This is a general reading for all the zodiac signs. So this reading most definitely is for you. If you've come across it, this is your reading. I do like to begin the reading with a nice sage. Let me do this. So let's just do nice. All right. There's never any good way to start this meeting smoothly or this reading smoothly. There we go. There we go. And so I do like to start with a smudge of sage to cleanse the space. And 3 chimes to bring in positive energy. Again, this is a general reading for all zodiac signs. And you know what I did when I scheduled this reading, I did not consider that this was the evening of the full moon in the sign of Capricorn. And this evening, it's the second of 2 back-to-back full moons in the sign of Capricorn. And I did want to touch on that just briefly. Or actually, it'll probably be a little more briefly because I did want to talk about what it's going to mean for each zodiac sign. And let me just move that back just a hair. Perfect. There we go. And so the full moon tonight is also known as the buck full moon. There we go. It's also known as the buck full moon. And spiritually, what that means is it symbolizes a time of growth, a time of strength and transformation. This week is really the time for setting intentions and nurturing spiritual or personal development. I like that this full moon is coming the week before the Mercury retrograde, which will occur between August 4th and August 28th. And during Mercury retrograde, things appear to slow down or even move backwards. It's widely believed that we do not start anything or start anything during Mercury retrograde, which is again why I like this full moon in Capricorn the week before that. This is a time to really set our intentions. So this week, take time to set your intentions on growth, strength, and personal development, and then just kind of coast through August with putting together a plan and really, putting together a plan. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the listener this evening. And so I did want to also talk a little bit about what that full moon in Capricorn is going to mean for each zodiac sign. And so for Aries, this is your time to manifest long-term goals, and especially if they involve career goals. And so this week, Aries, do take time to set into place long-term career goals. And for the Taurus, your spirit is yearning for different ways to express yourself. And you can maybe try pushing yourself in learning something new, either maybe picking up a book of something that you're interested in, taking a new class, or maybe even picking up a new hobby. And this full moon in Capricorn for Gemini is going to have you setting projects that have. Hi, Connor. Yes, these are tarot cards. I am a tarot reader. And before I scheduled this reading, I did not take into consideration that this evening was the full moon in the sign of Capricorn. So before I begin the reading, I did want to take a few minutes to talk about what that full moon in Capricorn will mean for each zodiac sign. Hi, Curtis. Hello. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Thank you. And ripping lips. All right. And so I do not offer private readings at this time. Although if during this reading you do have a question, please write that in the comment box and I will do my best to answer that question or help you find clarity on something that you're looking for that. Okay. And so, Curtis, can you tell me something? Can you tell us something? Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, I'm Connor. Yes, again, I'm sorry you didn't understand anything that I was saying. Yes, this is a tarot reading in lieu of the full moon in Capricorn. So I was just talking about what the full moon in Capricorn will mean for each zodiac sign. If you are not in a place of understanding, this might not be the reading for you. Okay. Something. Okay. Okay. Can you tell us something groundbreaking? You know, uh, Curtis, if you're looking for something groundbreaking or something that is going to either have you believing or disbelieving, that is not going to happen during this reading or any other reading. Belief and groundbreaking come from within. Hi, Shaylee. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Yes. Yes, Jesus is coming. That is correct. Thank you for letting us know that, Ripping Lips. And so, again, for the sign of Gemini, that full moon in Capricorn is going to have you feeling a little bit discombobulated, and you're going to not want to finish work projects or work on relationships. And that's okay. Take a little time out, take a little space out, and have some private reflecting time. For the Cancer this week, your love life is heating up under this full moon. And so do carve out some time to spend some time with your significant other. And Leo, you will be called on to set boundaries this week. And the boundaries between you and coworkers are being blurred. And so do be prepared to set boundaries and stand up for yourself this week, Leo. Virgo, this week, treat yourself with something indulgent. Reach within and search for that inner connection with spirit. Scorpio, rather than head out of town for personal pleasure and fun, seek activities at home. And Sagittarius, financial stability can be a challenging, especially during this full moon. You may be prone to be a little more impulsive than usual. So be prepared to watch the bottom line. Be prepared to watch your budget this week, Sagittarius. And Capricorn, you want to reinvent yourself. And maybe you don't know where to start. And that leads into where we were talking about that buck full moon this evening is one of growth, strength, and personal transformation. And do take this week to really set some personal long-term goals for yourself. And then take August to really prepare and plan. And Aquarius, this full moon offers you a chance to heal. And that chance to heal is going to come through a revealed hidden pain. Thank you, Spirit. And Pisces, finally, reconnecting with your peers and friends is going to warm your soul this week. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the listener tonight. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Is that Harshali? Should I get admission in? I, if it's something new that you're starting, I do recommend yoga. Yoga is really a combination of mindset, breath work, and body. And there's varying degrees for different beginner levels. So I'm a yoga person. I definitely would recommend yoga. Okay, and so Lindsay, we were talking about Taurus and the full moon being in Capricorn tonight and what you can expect this week. And so it looks like Taurus, your spirit is learning, or your spirit is yearning for something different, new ways to express yourself and new ways to push yourself outside of your regular boundaries. Doing this is going to not only help you reconnect with spirit and source, but it's also going to bring others into your life. And so I think I did recommend maybe going to the library or the bookstore and getting a book that grabs your interest, or maybe starting a new hobby this week. Thank you. Thank you, Lindsay. I hope that answered your question. And the foundation, the basis of this general reading is the 10 of Cups, which is the emotional, spiritual fulfillment. And that is driven by the Emperor card. And the Emperor in the tarot can represent the sign of Aries. And so this might be geared a little, the emotional fulfillment. Maybe you are an Aries, you have a lot of Aries in your birth chart, or maybe you're dealing with an Aries. But now is the time for you to manifest long-term career goals. Setting your intentions this week on long-term career goals is going to bring about emotional and spiritual fulfillment. And let's see how that plays into the rest of your cards this week. Again, my name is Greta. I am an intuitive reader. If at any time during this reading you have a question about one of the cards on the table, about the topic of conversation, or one specific question that you would like to ask, please ask that in the comment section, and I will do my best to help you find clarity. Okay, and so which university? And so, Harshi, did you get accepted to both of those universities? And what is your zodiac sign? And it looks like the Five of Pentacles, or the Five of Cups, came up. So your second choice. So I don't know which one of those was your first choice, but it looks like you will be attending your second choice. Oops. Well, we just got all kinds of messiness here. Okay. Why is the Taurus contacting you again, please? Thank you. Yes, and so Harshi, it looks like of the two, it looks like you will be going to your second choice. Of those two universities, your second choice. Thank you. And why is Taurus contacting Shaylee again, please? Okay, thank you. Message, why is Taurus? Thank you, Spirit. Messages. Why is Taurus contacting Shaylee? And we drew the Six of Pentacles. Something was left unsaid. Something was left undone. And the Taurus is feeling that something was not fair. And also, I believe that old habits die hard, and also that they are doubting their original decision. And that is why they're contacting you. They're contacting you out of doubt, Shaylee. Thank you. Okay, and so thank you for subscribing, Star. I really do appreciate that. And let's see if Farron, your crush, is going to communicate his feelings soon. Thank you. And how long have you known Farron? Farron, is it Farron? F-A-R-E-N? How long have you known him? And so have you reached out to this crush, or is it a friendship and you have a secret crush? You've known him a couple months. Okay, thank you. Last spoke a few days ago. Oh, look. And 3 cards popped out for you, Star. And so it looks like when the last conversation, was it you that reached out to him, or was it he that reached out to you? It looks like, okay, thank you. So it looks like initial contact was made, and that Farron does know that you like them, but it's too much for them at this time. When I see that 7 of Cups, it's a lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of activity, and there's a lot of emotions. And it looks like Farron is sorting out those emotions. So it looks like he does know that you like him. He does know that you're crushing on him. He's very aware of that, but he's sorting that out. And so many times when people are sorting out their feelings and their emotions like that, I would almost recommend giving them space and letting them process. If we were just to add more on that or to put more pressure on that, it can be very confusing to them, and almost too much to the point where they'll step back totally. Oh, perfect. Good thinking, Star. I'm good thinking. So it sounds like you're a little bit empathic. So it's nice that you can see that and understand that, especially when we're just meeting people or just starting a new relationship. Sometimes they need to even work through some of that past. Thank you. Yes. And so I love that those 3 cards confirmed what you already know, what you're already doing. Alexa, turn music off. Alexa, turn music off. Oh my gosh, sorry about yelling there. Yes. So I'm very glad that that's asking that question. There we go. And that's how we take care of that. That sounded a little bit like jazz in the background. It's been a while since I've listened to jazz. Okay. So let's just go and reconfirm there. All right. Thank you. And there we go. So we spoke about a lot, and that was a lot of sound that came in. Reconfirming. All right. So we were back to the reading, the emotional fulfillment. Thank you. And so, Penny, thank you for stopping in. This is a general reading for all zodiac signs. And so this is a general layout, a general spread, and I'm just going through this spread. If at any time during, yes, I think that full moon in Capricorn is really definitely doing that. And so, Penny, if you have any questions about any of the cards on the table or about any topic of conversation, go ahead and ask that question. And also, if you have one question that you would like to ask, please write that in the comment section and I will be happy to address that for you. And so we were just getting into the general public life, which is the bringing in of the harvest and ending. Tens in tarot represents endings and beginnings. And so we're talking about the bringing in of the harvest. We've put in the work and now it's time to reap the rewards, followed by the 5 of Wands, which is practice, an organized practice. And so when we initially see the 5 of Wands, we see chaos. But if we look a little bit closer, we can see that they're practicing, they're getting ready, they're preparing. So getting ready to reap the harvest, followed by the Ace of Cups, which is emotional and spiritual fulfillment. I like that we have the happy ever after and we have the emotional and spiritual fulfillment, followed by the 7 of Swords. And that 7 of Swords is also the preparing, the planning, the gathering. So going back to the beginning of the reading when we were talking about the energy of this Capricorn full moon, this is the week to set your intentions and plan for the future. I think that some of you have applied for a sum of money. Some of you may have applied for a position, a promotion, or a job and a bonus. And that is coming through. That is coming through. You're going to be contacted about a sum of money or a new job, a new position that involves a larger amount of money. I would recommend that if that comes in for you this week, that you go ahead and you seal the deal. You either seal the deal with a signature or a handshake. And this new job, you're going to be working as a team. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the general population. Thank you. Okay, thank you. And so, Penny, you're just wondering about your financial situation. And Penny, what is your zodiac sign? And I will pull one card for that question. Thank you. Pisces, Miss Pisces. And you know, Pisces, we were just talking about that full moon for Pisces. And this full moon in Pisces this full moon in Capricorn for the Pisces is going to be one with reconnecting with peers and friends. I see you reconnecting with people in your public life. And I do believe that that is career orientated. And then let's go right here. There we go. Give these a nice shuffle. I'm just kind of have some notes. Thank you. One card for the sign of Pisces and their financial situation. Thank you, Spirit. One card for Pisces and their financial situation. Look at that. I love that we have the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles, it's just enough. And so I don't know if you were looking for a specific amount, but it's just enough coming in the nick of time. And so when we think of pages, we think of slow. Pages are young, they're inexperienced, and they're new and they're fresh. And so, yes, I do see your financial situation improving. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. And so you've come across the same reading 3 times now about coming into money. And coming into money or a new job, is that correct? Many state breaks. And so, thank you. I'm kind of lost at the moment with my job. Oh, I'm so sorry that you're experiencing that. I've had a couple of jobs like that in my past too. It's like the spirit is willing, but the body is not able. I definitely, it's like, yeah, I don't know how much longer I can do this. I'm going to have to rethink this plan. And so let's go back and see what that was for the full moon for Libra. Yeah, because I think if you've been tuning into some of my readings for the sign of Libra, so if you visit my channel, I think this entire summer, it really started mid-spring for the Libra, where there was a major reorganization of your professional life, your work life, your career life, and also a lot of changes, and you're really high in demand. And let's see what that full moon is. Okay. The full moon in Libra, or the full moon in Capricorn this evening for Libra, is asking that you savor the small moments with quiet downtime. And I think that that's addressing that. Okay. That's addressing that. And let me see here. One card for the Libra. Okay. One card for the Libra. One card for the Libra. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Libra and their career. Okay. Big dreams, big ideas. Okay. Yes. Yes, and many times you will see the same thing over and over again when spirit is communicating with you. And even when I pulled this card for you, what was your initial thought when you seen that card? And that is spirit. That is intuition speaking with you. You are a very sought after commodity at this time, and people are just coming out of the woodwork for you. Um, and this is the time to ask for what you're worth. And you've been overcoming a lot of obstacles. Okay. But I do see you attracting new people. And I think that that's come up in several of your readings. You are attracting new people. It's time to reap what you've sown. It's not as chaotic, it's not as bleak as it looks. Take time, plan, dream big. I like to call this Page of Cups my dream big card. Yes. 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 And so as far as timeline goes on that, for this full moon in Capricorn is the one of growth, strength, and personal development. But where we're running into the issue is August 4th, Mercury's going to be going retrograde. And when Mercury goes retrograde, it's often suggested that you don't start or stop anything new, as things really tend to slow down, and they really tend to sometimes even seem to be moving backwards for us. And so this is the week to plan, to set your intentions. And then almost the whole month of August is just coasting, to be getting ready. So August would be the month to get ready, to take plans, to take action in September. Yes. Yes. And so this is the time to ask for what you're worth. And, it may just be that maybe you need an assistant, or maybe you need an extra set of hands, that maybe there needs to be a reorganization of your position. And I most definitely think that you are in high enough demand to where you can ask to have that happen. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. And in your personal life, in your private life, we start off with the Sun card. And I love that Sun card. That, to me, is the happiest card in the tarot. It's the peace and the wonderment and the enjoyment of just being at home in our environment, followed by the King of Pentacles, which is the wealthiest card in the deck. Wow. And the King of Cups. The King of Cups has several meanings, but it's not, for this reading, it is not letting other people's emotions, other people's feelings affect us. It's the taking a step back emotionally to not let other people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions affect us. Followed by the Eight of Swords, feeling trapped, feeling stuck. Feeling trapped, feeling stuck. What are we feeling trapped or stuck about at this time? There are family members or close friends that you've lost connection with, or that have seemingly, for some reason, it's like they fell away or you fell away from them. It's like people just seem to have went missing, but now they're starting to reappear. And people are sending you invitations. They're reaching out to you in text messages. Maybe there's a missed text message on your end, or a missed message, a missed call on your end. Like they called and left a message, but you haven't answered, or they sent you a message and then you went to reply, but you didn't hit the send button. But there's some type of miscommunication on your end that was not intentional. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. I see you finding the right words at the right time. Someone is reaching out to you, and you have the right words at the right time for them. But it's almost like, as you're giving advice, you're giving advice to someone else and you're giving advice to yourself at the same time. It's like helping this person helps you as well. It's like they take your advice and you take your advice. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. And then we have the Four of Swords. Taking a break, taking a step back, thinking, contemplating on words that were spoken. The Three of Wands, looking towards the future, getting ready to take a step towards the future. And the Nine of Pentacles. I like to call the Nine of Pentacles my pre-manifestation card. It's about creating a space to manifest, creating a space to reach your goals, and creating an environment. You're creating an environment that has the energy to manifest. And I maybe I overused the word manifest, but it's the creation card. It's almost like if you're a gardener and in the spring you go out and you till the soil. You need to till the soil. You need to make sure that the moisture content is right. Sometimes you need to add fertilizer, and that fertilizer varies according to what you would like to plant there. And I see you creating fertile ground, creating fertile soil, getting everything together, getting everything you need in order to reach your goals. Thank you. Maintenance and cultivation, yes. I'm glad that didn't fall off on. Uh, I'm glad that fell onto your ears and that you understood that. Yes, maintenance and cultivation. That we could call that maintenance and cultivation. I might take that from you during my next reading when this comes up, Lindsay. Yes, maintenance and cultivation. And the Knight of Wands, following our passions, following our desires, and really doing that with a lot of get up and go. When we open ourselves up to the spiritual world, the spiritual world starts connecting with us. For example, through readings, the likelihood, so like just tuning into this tarot reading, or reading a spiritual book, reading a developmental book, or even forming a friendship or speaking to someone that is very spiritually connected and having those conversations, we open the door for spirit to come in, and we start seeing more and more synchronicities. And those spiritual phenomena really do increase. And, once that door is open, it's very difficult to close that door. Thank you, Spirit. And that was the message that I had for the collective. Did anyone else have any questions or anything else that they would like me to address before I end this reading? I do want to invite you to look at your pre-recorded reading. That might help you find a little more clarity. And I also invite you to join your live weekly reading, which are broke down to the water, air, fire, and earth signs as well. Thank you. Okay. So, Lindsay, we never start over from nothing, regardless of whether we're using links or what. We are always, anytime we start over, we're starting over with the knowledge that we learned. We're never starting from the beginning. We're always starting from where our knowledge base, where that last experience has taken us. And Lindsay, what type of links were we talking about? And so Melanie would like to know about her significant other. Thank you. Yes, friendships and miscommunications. And so even if we're looking at these cards, I see that we have that, but there's you're taking on too many emotions that are not your own. And when we take on so many emotions that are not our own, we drown. That's a lot of water. That's a lot of water. And even if we look here, that's a lot of water, and that's a lot of turbulent water. But that's not the King of Cups water. That's someone else's water. And the King has put up a boundary to stop someone else's feelings and emotions, and even thoughts and actions can really negatively affect us. Yes. Yes. And as we mature, um, friends will come and go, and sometimes even family members come and go. Yes. Yes. And so it looks like that miscommunication was a message that was not sent or a message that was not received. And so there's just someone waiting for a reply. And Maureen, I do hope, yes, I do believe with your significant other, we got, but there is, you're taking on too much of their energy. And when we take on too much of someone else's energy, and sometimes that is in an attempt to fix them, we both end up drowning. And so many times, I'll use that scenario of, what they tell you in an airplane, that if the oxygen mask comes down, to put your mask on first before you try to help someone else. And I think that that is this case here too, that before you can help someone else or even guide someone else, we need to protect ourselves, protect our feelings, protect our energy with boundaries before we can help other people.